Guys, thank you so much for always watching the channel and the videos. Thanks for hanging out with us. I hope you enjoy today's videos. I know here lately they've been kind of just videos, nothing super exciting. I mean, to me, none of it's exciting because I do it every day. But I mean, I don't know, when you do it every day, it's just life, it's work. It's just what you do. But thanks so much for everybody that subscribes and watches the channel. I know I tell you guys that all the time, but you know, I like to remind you. Be sure to Be sure to like, comment, subscribe on the channel. I've been terrible about getting back to people's comments. I'm actually going to try to. I left work a little earlier today. I'm going to try to get back to some comments this evening because I've really been slacking off on that, and I hate that. It's not that I'm ignoring anybody at all, or everybody. I'm not ignoring anybody. Fatigued. But, yeah, I'll try to get back to some comments. I do appreciate all the comments that come in. Just another weekend at work. I got to be up there at the job site at 6:30 in the morning to sell logs. Then when I sell logs tomorrow, I'm not doing anything else. I've got plans tomorrow afternoon and evening. I'm actually getting together with an old friend of mine from high school. I haven't seen her in a couple of years. We were real close growing up. So I'm excited to get to see her and hang out. It was just kind of spur of the moment. So yeah, that's my Saturday. That's my Saturday plans. Other than sell logs. Then Sunday I'll be back in the timber. I'll be back up there at Papinsville working Sunday. Then Monday we're going to go back down and cut walnut Monday and do walnut sale Tuesday. And I got a couple more jobs of walnut to look at Tuesday. Do some road work with the skid steer. Ton of things to do. Never ends. Guys, thanks a lot. Thank you so much for all the logger threads orders. I love seeing all the pictures people send in. I try to post a lot of them. People that wearing the logger threads apparel. Awesome. It means the world. It's glad you guys like it. I really am, truly am. It's a fun project. I have a lot of fun doing it. Guys, thanks a lot. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you probably Sunday. Another good day up here on the river, getting ready to begin. Got Dad, he followed me up here today. Dad likes working on these river jobs. I think he's going to help me buck some of these logs, which Kenny mentioned yesterday that it's kind of odd he wasn't here. Yeah, Dad usually does all the marking of the logs, but in this hot weather, he hasn't been coming out too much on this job. He's still been cutting walnut with me, but I've been spending the days I come up here to the river. I spend pretty long days up here, so that's why he drove up here today. He'll drive up here and he'll help buck these up because he likes being a part of all this stuff, and he likes seeing it. He likes seeing the timber, loves the area. You know, he absolutely loves being up here on the river, which who wouldn't? So he drove up here, and he'll probably go home here and as soon as we get done bucking these, and I'll probably stay till dark again this evening because I'm going to try to add to the pile still yet before tomorrow morning when we sell this little set here. But it's always like having Dad with me. But he went to come up here Sunday when I was up here working, and Dad's only been up here once when we first looked at this job, and he turned at Prairie City, which is another little burg, kind of like Papinville. Prairie City's probably smaller than Papinville, but he turned there at Prairie City and couldn't find the right island. So there's a couple islands up here on the river, and he went to the wrong island. So he followed me up here today. That way I could kind of refresh his memory on how to get here. Because if you've never been here, if you've only been here once, it's been a while, I could see where it'd be confusing to get up here. Because there's about 3 different ways to come up here from Stockton, and there ain't a good way to get here either one of them. They're all just long, windy, twisty ways up here. But I told him I've already got things marked, so we'll get back here and we'll see if we can buck some logs. We got everything bucked up this morning. It took about an hour and a half to buck the pile. By the time we bucked and sharpened and got hung up, had to get ourselves out the hammer and wedge. It was hot and miserable. That's a lot of it right there. I honestly think that's the worst job, the worst duty or task in logging's bucking the pile. I just absolutely hate it. I really do. It makes me want to go to like like the FFA slave auction they have every fall for the fundraiser for the kids, and buy a bunch of those kids and have them just periodically throughout the year, buy them and have them buck logs for me. But it's awful work. It's awful, awful, awful. But we're gonna fire up the old skidder here, see if we can't go get some more cut and drug out. Now, I have been using the 661s up here for the most part on cutting, but when I buck, a lot of times I'll buck with an 88. I just, like I said, you guys that watch the channel regularly, you guys know I love the 404 chain here for bucking logs or cutting dirty trees, because I think it withstands more. I think it can handle more abuse. It'll stay sharper a little longer. And even when it starts to get dull, these 88s got the power and torque to keep pulling that chain through. So that's one thing I really like about the 880s here. And this is one of my older ones. This saw's probably, this saw's probably 7 years old. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, somewhere. I don't know. I lose track. That's one of the older 88s here. But we'll throw it on the skidder. We'll fire the skidder up here, get her all greased up. Then we're going to venture back through there and see if we can't bring out a few more 1,000 feet. You just can't drink enough liquids in this kind of weather, this humidity here in Southwest Missouri. It just pulls it out of you. I'm soaking wet. My gloves, you can wring sweat out of my gloves. I drink a lot of Gatorade. Try to drink quite a bit of water. That other new stuff I was showing about, that Body Armor sports drink or rehydration drink, I try to drink a lot of it because it's got a lot of potassium and electrolytes in it to help you from cramping up. Because, a week ago I got down bad and my whole body was just cramping up. Like, I couldn't. Dad had to help me get in my truck. He ended up having to drive home. I was cramping so bad from pushing it. And I push it hard, just like today in this heat. I mean, I constantly push myself and push myself and push myself because I live for this stuff. I do. I mean, I love to come out here and I love to be productive. Like right now, I'm sitting on the skidder having a drink. I've got several laid down out through there. And when the weather's hot like this, usually I'll try to lay some down. Then I'll drag for a while, and I'll go back to cutting and drag for a while and just kind of back and forth. That way I can kind of catch my breath here on the skidder. But yeah, it's the hot weather's no joke. That's the big reason Dad hadn't been out here working with me lately, is because of the heat. And he don't need to be out here. Nobody needs to be out here in this stuff. It's crazy and it's stupid. And yet here I am doing it. But I've got clients to take care of, and people depend on me. Whether it be, Dad or clients, people depend on me, and I refuse to let them down. I mean, I'll be out here and I'll be productive, and I'll do it 7 days a week. But it is hard on you. It's hard to stay hydrated. Real hard. So we got some pretty good pecan laid down, and some pretty good ash. Probably, I would say, easily close to 3,000 feet there in those trees I just cut. There's some humdingers. So, like I said, we're just sitting here taking a breather. I left the saw back there at the last tree I cut because there's a few more trees I'm going to cut back there when I get all these drug out, some more big ash. And we'll just keep adding to the pile. We'll just keep pushing forward. That's what it's all about, guys. Production. We better fire it up and start moving wood. We're being very selective about what we cut here. I mean, there's going to be a ton of residual trees, smaller trees growing, which is good, real good. hard to get out sometimes. You better make sure it's a straight shot when they're long. Well, this is going to be my last drag of the day right here. I cut this one. I knew it'd cut a little bad in the butt. It'd been in standing water. I think that'll butt off about a foot into it. Should clear up. Pretty good sized tree, a lot of footage. Of course, this one here, it's not super big, but it's just tall. Real tall. Of course, I saw it was sitting on the stump. I knocked it over. And this levee you see right here, this kind of berm, this is kind of the dividing line where I'm cutting at. I'm cutting everything on the west of this berm right here. Because all this out here, they say they flood it. It floods all the way back up in there, and they duck hunt all that, which there's a lot of good timber out in there, as you can see. A lot of big trees, which that's the way the whole property is. This is about it's about the dividing line half. Half of the property's on that side, half's on this side, so we've got a multitude of timber to cut. We haven't even scratched the surface of where we're at on this job. But let's get these bucked, head out to the deck, mark and buck up the logs we got out today. We're gonna call it a day. We're gonna take an early Friday, try to get out of here about 5 o'clock today. That's got the wraps on it this week. I just finished up bucking those ones I drug out today. Good pile of logs. Good pile of logs. I cut some big ones today. There's a couple there. These 4 here on the end, I cut these today. And I think these next 2 rows over, I cut all them. Some good ash, real good pecan. It's a good day. Good day. It's just a little before 5 o'clock. I'm gonna go home and do some laundry. That's how exciting I am. I'm gonna go home and do some laundry, then go to bed fairly early and be out here again to sell these things in the morning. So that's the plan. Pretty good pile of logs. Pretty good pile of logs.